I hope you guys are all doing well and happy to have you for yoga today. Yay. So it looks like it's about that time. If we're ready to dive in, we can go ahead and get started. Gail, I can see you in your house, your sweet little place. And Jerry, I know your little spot too. Stacy, I guess I know all your little spots. So whenever I'll reach through space and time and be with you whenever that is. So we'll go ahead and just dive in. So take a moment, find a nice tall spine, and rest your hands to your knees, palms up or down, thumb and first finger together. And we'll just begin with a couple deep breaths in and out. Okay, remember as you do begin to turn inward and notice your breathing, begin also to notice the messages sent from the physical body, places that might be tight or tense, places that might need some extra care, places that feel fairly open, whatever it might be, just feel and recognize what's present. Okay, and then we'll begin to consciously shape the breath. So inhales and exhales are equal in length. And I'll have you engage the muscles of the throat gently, creating a light ujjayi. You can even on your exhale engage Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha, simply to help press the breath out. Now, at the top of the inhale, pause your breath just a few moments. Exhale everything out through the nose, and then inhale again. So it's a variation of four-part breath. Just pausing at the top of your inhale. No pause at the bottom. Let's do three more breaths like this. And as you pause the breath, pause also the mind. As best you can. Just notice the light of the mind. At the bottom of your next exhale, it can stop the pausing at the top of inhale. Let's bring the hands together at the center of the heart and just rub the hands briskly back and forth. And then let the hands just rest at your heart center and take a moment to dedicate your practice. So, to anyone your heart goes out to, anyone that you may be holding at your heart, just a moment to think of them. And take a deep breath in. Hold the breath once again. Exhale everything out. And then inhale the hands to the third eye. So now we just align the mind, setting an intention at the third eye center. Something present, something positive, something uplifting. So that as we move through practice and the mind gets distracted, as it probably naturally will. We can bring the mind back. Take a deep inhale. Hold the breath at the top, and then exhale the hands to the heart center. And we'll open now with 3 rounds of Om. Deep inhale. And as you exhale, then we'll bow the chin to the chest. Release the hands, allow the eyes to open, and let's begin on hands and knees. We'll come on to all fours, and give yourself a few moments just to move around a little bit. So maybe shift the hips from side to side. Relax the shoulders, rotate them around a little bit. Okay, and then we'll come to center, so a nice neutral spine. Inhale, lift open the front of the heart, look forward and up. As you exhale, round the back, scoop the tail, drop the head. Inhale, lift open the heart. Lengthen the front side. Exhale, move hips to heels, chest to thighs, forehead to floor. Let's do that sequence again. Inhale forward onto the hands and knees, lift the heart. Exhale and round. Inhale, lift open the chest. Keep the navel drawn in so you stretch the front side of the torso. Exhale, hips to heels, chest to thighs, forehead to floor. Let's do it one more time. Inhale forward. Lift the heart. Exhale, round your back. Inhale, broaden the collarbones. Exhale to the child's pose variation. Let's just stay here. So the chest rests heavy on your thighs. The breath is forced to the back of the body as the ribs, lungs expand. And then on your exhale, relax the shoulders, the arms, the head. So here we are, in the juice still of the full moon, this sweet and reflective aspect of self. The moon in our yoga practice is associated with the mind. Inhale, come forward onto the hands and knees, lift the heart. Exhale, curl the toes under, straighten the legs, and press up and back. Downward dog. A few moments just to pedal out your legs in downward dog, right? One heel and then the other to the floor. And the next time you bend your right knee, let's just hold it there for a moment or two. Stretch the left heel to the earth. Lengthen the right side. So even though the right knee is bent, right side stays long. Take an inhale. Exhale, switch out the legs. Left knee bends, right heel to the floor. Breathe in and out. And then both legs straighten, softly bend the knees though. Take one more inhale. As you exhale, drop the knees to the earth. Walk the hands back, lift both arms to the sky. Inhale, reach up. And exhale the hands to your heart. And then step the left foot forward into lunge. Inhale and exhale, bend the left knee deeply. Straighten the leg as you breathe in. Bend the knee as you breathe out. Inhale again, straighten. Exhale and bend. And then one more time, inhale, straighten the leg. Exhale, bend the knee. And then we'll stay here and bend the knee, or kind of work to take the left knee forward of your left ankle. Right knee stays rooted, the top of the right toes ground to the floor. Lift the chest, and if you like, extend the right arm to the sky. And then sweep it back behind you, lifting the heart open towards the ceiling, with the shoulders back. Breathe into the front of the chest and lengthen this whole right side. Okay, one more inhale here. One more exhale. And inhale, place the hands to the floor under the shoulders, lift the right knee from the floor. Exhale, pause, kind of pulse the right heel toward the back of the mat, and stretch the calf, the Achilles tendon. Then hold low lunge, take an inhale, lift open the front of the chest. Exhale, pivot to the side, walk your hands to the long edge of your mat. Inhale, exhale, bend the right knee. So we'll just go side to side here, straighten the leg on your inhale. Exhale, bend left. Straighten left, inhale, and exhale to the right. And then one more time, inhale to both sides. Inhale and exhale. Last one, the legs straighten. Exhale over to the left. And now inhale the legs straight, exhale and fold forward. Turn the toes slightly in or the feet at least parallel to the ends of the mat. Inhale, exhale, fold forward. So cosmologically speaking, the moon, again, associated with mind, the sun with the soul. Take one more inhale here and one more exhale. And inhale, bring your hands to your hips, come all the way to stand. Exhale, pause. Turn your left foot to face forward. Exhale, bend the left knee, and as you do, lift the arms to the sky. Then inhale, straighten your leg and release your arms down. Exhale, bend the knee and extend the arms to the ceiling. So we'll do that again. Inhale, straighten the leg, arms release. Exhale, bend the knee, arms extend up. Do one more time. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knee, arms reach nice and tall. Stay here now, lengthen out of the torso. Then release the arms as you gaze over your left hand. You're welcome to turn your palms face up. Breathe into the chest, bend the left knee nice and deep. Take one more inhale. Exhale, cartwheel your hands to the top of the mat. Inhale, step your left foot back to downward dog. Exhale, pause. Take another breath in. On your exhale, drop your knees to the earth. Walk the hands back, lift the arms to the ceiling. Exhale, the hands to the heart. Switch sides, right foot forward. Inhale to lunge. Exhale and bend the right knee. And straighten the leg, inhale. Exhale and bend. So the reason for this association, one more time, straighten the leg, mind with moon, sun with soul. Exhale, stay here. Remember the right knee can come past your right ankle. Keep your right heel rooted. Spread the top of the left toes. Lift the chest, inhale, exhale, lean back. And if you like, extend the left arm to the sky. And then start to lean the upper body back. It's because the mind is always changing, similar to the phases of the moon. The soul is always the same, similar to the steadiness of the sun. Take one more inhale. One more deep exhale. And then inhale the hands to the floor into the shoulders, lift the left knee. Exhale, pause and kind of pulse the left heel toward the back of the mat for a moment. Then hold and find low lunge, hands to the floor. Inhale, lift open the heart, look forward and up. Pivot to the side, exhale, walk the hands to the long edge. Inhale, exhale, now bend the left knee. Straighten left. Exhale, bend right. Again, inhale. Exhale. So side to side, follow your breath, right? There's no rush. You can keep your feet rooted or lift them off the floor. The next time you bend the right knee, we'll call it good. And then the legs straighten, inhale and exhale. You fold forward, hands to the ankles, the shins, underneath the shoulders. Imagine the breath rising up through the backs of the legs, just expanding the meridian lines of the legs, and then descend down through the crown. Bring the hands to the hips, come all the way to stand. Exhale. You turn your right foot to face forward. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knee and extend the arms to the sky. So we'll do the same variation. Inhale, straighten the leg, arms release down. Exhale, bend the knee, arms reach up. So a little bit opposite. Inhale, looking to descend that which naturally ascends, and ascend that which naturally descends. Let's do it one more time. Inhale, straighten the leg, release the arms down. Exhale, bend the knee, lift the arms up. Now stay here, lengthen out of the waist, reach tall. Then release the arms forward and back as you turn the gaze over your right hand. Once again, the palms can turn up, right? And gently rotate your biceps towards the sky, bend the right knee. Take another inhale. Exhale, cartwheel the hands to the top of the mat. Inhale, step your right foot back, downward dog. Exhale, pause. Inhale, forward plank pose. Exhale, lower to the earth. Point your toes, lift the heart, inhale, cobra. Exhale and lower down. Relax the legs. Inhale, lift the chest again, cobra. Root the heel of the hand, lift the heart, exhale, lower to the floor. And then one more time, inhale, lift the chest up. Broaden the collarbones, exhale, lower to the earth. Inhale to plank or go back to child's pose. Exhale the hips to the sky, downward dog. And breathe in and breathe out. So work to clear the mind, right? The whole idea in practice is to steady that which is naturally fluctuating, that which is naturally changing. Inhale, look to the top of the mat. Exhale everything out, bend the knees, jump, step, or walk up. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Inhale to stand. Exhale the hands to your heart. Let's go ahead, Sunny. Inhale, arms up. Keep moving, exhale, fold forward, reach out and down, relax the head. Halfway lift, inhale. Plant your hands, jump, step, or walk back, lower all the way or stop halfway, exhale. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, hips to sky, downward dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Soften the knees. Pull the navel in as you lengthen the spine. Send your reach equally through the right and left side. Inhale, look to the top of the mat. Exhale everything out, bend the knees, jump, step, or walk up. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Inhale to stand. Exhale, hands to heart. Let's do one more time, Sun A. Inhale, arms up. Forward fold, exhale. Let your head relax. Halfway lift, inhale. Plant the hands, jump, step, or walk back, lower all the way or stop halfway. Elbows graze the ribs. Inhale, heart open. Exhale, hips to sky, downward dog. 3 breaths here. Feel a movement of energy into the spine. This is really where the awakening comes. When we focus the mind on one thing long enough, inhale, look to the top of the mat. Exhale everything out, bend your knees, jump, step, or walk up. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Inhale to stand. Exhale, hands to heart. Oh, I lost my little bud. Hope you guys are there. Okay, inhale the arms to the sky. And then exhale the hands to your heart center. And I'm going to shift the weight into the left foot and bring the right foot up into tree pose. Okay, so above or below your knee joint. Foot to the upper inner thigh, below the knee to the calf, or even toe to floor, heel to ankle, hands to heart. And breathe in and out. Now, once you steady that which has become fluctuating or naturally changes, what happens is the teachings say the light of the soul will dawn. Inhale the arms to the sky. You'll start to realize like how the soul is asking you to move through this life or encouraging to open to its gifts and to share its expansive light and the endless possibility. Inhale, lengthen out of the waist, exhale the hands to the heart and then hands to hips. Draw your right knee forward, release your right foot and shoot to the back of the room as you hinge forward, balancing warrior 3. Remember, you can be at any angle. It doesn't have to be parallel to the earth. You might work yourself there. Each time you inhale, lift the right heel. As you exhale, reach forward through the crown of the head. Arms by the sides or up and overhead. Breathe in. Breathe out. Nice and long through the body, firing energy through the crown of the head and the hands, as well as back through the soles of the feet. Take one more inhale. Exhale, step the right foot to the back of the mat, lift the arms to the sky, crescent lunge. Then exhale the hands to the heart and twist. Bring the right elbow to the top of the left knee. Turn to face towards the side as you lengthen through the crown of the head. Exhale, pull the navel in and turn the heart open. Maybe spread the hands to the ceiling and the earth. Keep breathing steady. Reach through the crown of the head as you lift the right hip and thigh. So power through the legs. Take one more inhale. One more exhale. Inhale, come back up, crescent lunge, arms to the ceiling. Exhale, place the hands to the top of the mat. Inhale, step your left foot back to plank. Exhale, lower all the way or stop halfway. Up dog or cobra. And then downward facing dog. Breathe in and out. Now, the whole of the practice then gives us techniques to steady the mind. Inhale, look to the top of the mat. Exhale, everything out. Bend your knees, jump, step, or walk up. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Inhale to stand. And exhale the hands to the heart. That we call forth an intention in the mind. That we focus something present and positive in the mind. That we study the breath. Right? That we constantly practice. These are all ways to find a mind that becomes more and more calm, more and more steady, more and more able to remain in one place long enough. Shift the weight into the right foot, lift the left leg up. Tree pose, above or below your knee, right hands to heart center, maybe toe to floor, heel to ankle even. And then breathe in and out. Inhale the arms to the sky. Now what the sutras say is as you steady the mind long enough, not only does the soul of the light of the soul shine, but you're able to gain knowledge. You know all the things that need to be known about whatever it is you focus your mind on. Take another inhale, lengthen out of the waist, exhale the hands to the heart and then onto the hips. Draw the left knee forward, release your left foot. Inhale, exhale, extend it back and hinge the chest forward, warrior three. Breathe in and out. This is actually the contents of the third chapter of the Yoga Sutras. Is all the things that you can gain by stilling the mind. Kick back through your left foot. Nice and strong reach of energy through the crown of the head. Try and align the hips so your left hip descends with the right. Pull the navel in as you push back through the sole. Take one more inhale. Exhale, step your left foot to the back of the mat. Lift the arms to the sky, crescent lunge. Exhale the hands to the heart and twist. Left elbow to the top of the right knee. Turn towards the side, inhale. Exhale, draw the navel in as you lift the heart up and open. Maybe extend the hands to the ceiling and the earth. Breathe in and out. So they say that, all the knowledge of the solar system can be gained if you focus on the stars. Take another inhale, lengthen through the crown. One more exhale, twist. Remember, lifting from the left leg. Inhale, come back up, crescent lunge. Exhale, place the hands to the top of the mat. Inhale, step right foot back. Exhale, lower all the way or stop halfway, chaturanga. Up dog or cobra. And then downward dog. Breathe in and out. So if we want to understand the totality of, say a situation or the inner workings between you and someone else, the idea is you meditate on it. Inhale, look to the top of the mat. Exhale, everything out, bend the knees, jump, step, or walk up. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Inhale to stand. And exhale the hands to the heart. I'll pause for a moment, just close your eyes. And breathe in and out. The thing is that the mind is so easily movable. And so much of its nature, of course, is to move. That very rarely do we hold the mind steady for long enough to gain knowledge at all or any kind of insight. But as you have an established meditation practice, that this comes. All of a sudden, the answer to something happening in your life or a conflict therein becomes clear. Inhale the arms to the ceiling. Exhale again, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant the hand, step back, plank pose, and pause. Remember, you can always set your knees to the floor here. In fact, go ahead and do so. We're going to do a little strengthening for the arms. You're going to shift the weight forward of your wrists. Then exhale, bend your elbows and lower down. Inhale and push back up. Let's do that again. Remember, press the finger pads into the floor. Gail, I know you have wrist things, so be careful or modify. Or maybe even just skip it. Inhale. And exhale. Pull the navel in, lift the hips to straighten the arms. Inhale, exhale, lower. Come back up one more time. Inhale, exhale, lower down. And then inhale, push the arms straight, and exhale, bring your hips over your heels, child's pose. Inhale, lift the hips, curl the toes under, straighten your legs, downward dog. Take an inhale here and exhale your big toes together. Then lift the right leg to the sky and bend your right knee. Drop the foot behind your back. The right hip will stack on top of the left as the right knee reaches to the ceiling. Push back through the sole of the right foot, soften the left heel to the floor. Lift from the left armpit, left side of the body, just to counter everything that's opening on the right. Now extend the right leg on your inhale. Exhale and pull the foot through to the top of the mat. Inhale, come up, warrior two. Exhale, pause. So the right knee bends nice and deep, arms extend forward and back. Gaze over your right hand. On your inhale, straighten your right leg. Then reach the torso as far forward as you can. Tilt your hands to ceiling and earth, triangle pose. Lengthen out of the waist. Draw the navel in as you turn your gaze, your heart up towards the sky. Reach forward through the crown of your head. And then remember, move your shoulders back, your head back, your hips forward. So we look for one day the shoulders and hips to be in the same plane. Carry the gaze up towards the ceiling. Inhale. Now place your left hand to your hip and gaze to the floor. Option for half moon. Step onto the right foot. Walk your left foot forward, right hand to the floor or block. Left foot rises. Now it's the left hip that stacks on top of the right as you lift your left foot. Push back through the sole of the left foot, but again, forward through the crown of the head. Ground down through the inside of your right foot. Stack the left shoulder, move your head back. Take one more inhale. Exhale, step the left foot to the back of the mat. Come all the way to standing. Exhale and bend the right knee. So back into warrior two. Okay, straighten your right leg, lift the arms to the sky, pivot the toes to the side, bring your hands to your hips. Inhale, lift open the heart, look up. Exhale, fold forward. Slide your hands down the backs of the legs. Capture the ankles or the feet. Breathe in and out. Now, depending on where the head is here, you can work to take your head to the floor. If the head is on the floor, you might take the option of a little headstand. Remember, you want to shift the weight into the head as the feet, or the weight rises from the feet, and then all the way up, or whatever is most accessible for you. Maybe if the head is very close to the floor and you'd like to walk the feet in closer, you can. Wherever you are, we'll take 3 more breaths. Eventually, come back into Prasarita Padottanasana, legs nice and wide. Inhale and exhale. Now, bring the hands to the hips and come all the way to stand. Exhale, pause. And we're going to turn both feet to face towards the top of the mat. So you're just going to swivel so that your right foot faces forward, your left foot faces forward. And then I would kind of shorten the stance and step maybe the left foot out to the side a little. So we're looking for a pyramid pose. Both legs are straight. It's like a mama bear stance. Feet are hip width, hips and shoulders square to the front of the mat. Bring the right hand behind the back and inhale, lift the left arm to the sky. Take an inhale, lengthen out of the left side waist. Exhale, fold forward and come down halfway. Inhale, come back up to standing. Exhale and fold all the way forward. Your hand to the earth or onto a block under your shoulder. Inhale, the arm by the ear, come to stand. And do it again. Exhale, halfway down. As you reach forward, move your right hip back. Inhale all the way to standing. And then fold all the way forward. Exhale. Move, again, right hip back as you extend the left arm forward and down. One more time, come up, inhale. Exhale, come down halfway. Now stay here. Breathe in and out. Draw the left shoulder onto the back. Again, move your right hip back. If you want, extend your right arm forward as well. It'll be really strong work for the back, so support with your core. If it's too much here, you could always bring both hands to the back of the pelvis. A few more breaths. Inhale, fill the lungs. Exhale, pull the belly button in and support. Do it one more time. Inhale. One more. Exhale. Now you'll come all the way to standing. Inhale, reach up. And then we'll fold forward again. Set your left hand outside onto or just inside this right foot. Wherever the hand is, lengthen out of the waist, so grow longer from the right side waist. And then as you exhale, twist. Revolve triangle. Remember, your left heel is still rooted to the floor. Doing a strong foundation. Maybe the right arm reaches up towards the sky. You're going to move your right hip back. You might even drop it down a little. Lift your left hip up, so we're working kind of in the horizontal plane of the hips. Take one more inhale as you reach through the crown of the head. One more exhale, twist, and then release. Inhale, both hands to the floor. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, step up to the top of the mat. Exhale and fold. Now bend the knees and lift the arms. Inhale into chair pose. Exhale, bring your hands to your hips. Shift the weight into the left foot and bring the right ankle on top of the left knee. Balancing figure 4. Hands to the heart, you can reach them out to the sides. You could even extend them up and overhead. Either one. Keep a bend in the left knee as you shift the weight into the left heel. Flex the right foot. Bend the left knee again, shift the weight back, but lift open your heart. Almost like cobra in the front of the chest. Let's take one more inhale. Remember, support at your navel center. Exhale. Then inhale, rise all the way to stand. Exhale, release the foot, hands to the heart, and pause. Close your eyes, breathe in and out. Now, part of, remember, what asana does is not necessarily move your mind to stillness, but challenge the ability to stay connected to it. And in that challenge, what we do is grow in our resolve to remain dedicated to a focus, to remain connected, and to build resiliency and grit, determination, what the teachings would call tapas. Inhale, lift both arms to the sky. Exhale and fold forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, plant your hands, jump, step, or walk back. Lower all the way or stop halfway. Up dog or cobra. And then downward dog. Breathe in and out. Just listen to the body. Feel internally, take another inhale. Exhale the big toes together. Lift the left leg to the sky. Bend your knee and drop your foot behind your back. Soften the right heel to the earth and lift the right side shoulder, chest. Keep your left knee lifting up towards the sky. Stack your left hip and reach through your left foot. Take one more inhale, one more exhale. Straighten the left leg on your inhale and exhale, pull the foot through to the top of the mat. Inhale, come up, standing warrior 2. Exhale, pause. Okay. Find your alignment, another breath in, another breath out. Then straighten the left leg. Reach the torso as far forward as you can. Tilt your hands to ceiling and earth. Triangle pose. Remember looking for shoulders and hips to become in the same plane. So the shoulders move back a little, most likely. The hips have to come forward a little. And then pull the navel in and turn the heart open towards the sky. Gaze just past your right hand. Take an inhale, option for half moon. Right hand onto the hip. Gaze down for the floor, step onto the left foot. Inhale, lift the right leg up. Ardha Chandrasana. Kick back through your right heel. Lift the chest and torso, maybe lighten the load in your left hand. Right arm can rise towards the sky. You stack open your right hip by rooting through the inside of the left foot. Inhale, breathe into the chest, lengthen. One more exhale, reach back. Take one more breath in. And then step the foot to the back of the mat. Come all the way to stand. Inhale. Bend your left knee. Exhale, warrior 2. Straighten the leg and lift the arms to the sky. Pivot the toes to the side, the hands behind the back now. You could take reverse prayer or just lace your fingers. Roll the shoulders on your back, lift the heart, look up, and then fold forward. Reach out and down through the spine. It's another opportunity for headstand if you would like. You can release your hands to the floor, the shoulders, or clasp the ankles. Or even just set your head on the floor and then lift the feet up. Remember that for headstand, the first piece is get the head on the floor. So if the head's not on the earth, you got to just open your stance wide enough so that one day it will reach down, and then just cultivate patience. So much of our practice really is about, being patient. Waiting and practicing, that's the discipline and the tapas we develop. Take one more inhale here. One more deep exhale. Headstands release, then inhale, everybody hands to hips, come all the way to stand. Exhale and pause. Okay, now we pivot both feet. So we're going for triangle pose. We're really revolved triangle. We start in pyramid. Okay, so pivot the toes toward the front of the mat, right foot kind of out to the side. Hips and shoulders square front, legs are straight. Little mama bear stance. So not too long, not too short. Right, left hand to the back of the pelvis. Inhale, lift the right arm to the sky, reach up. Exhale, come down halfway. Spine parallel to the earth. Inhale, come all the way to stand, reach up. Exhale and fold forward all the way down. Maybe your right hand to the floor or the block under the shoulder. Inhale, come all the way back up. And do it again, forward fold halfway. Move your left hip back as you lengthen the right side. Inhale, come all the way to stand. Exhale and fold all the way forward, right hand to the shin or a block. Inhale, come all the way up. One more time, halfway. Hold here, take an inhale, lengthen out of the waist. Now maybe the left arm reaches forward. You could interlace the hands above the crown of your head, or the arms could, wrap around behind the back. You could always stay with just the right arm extending forward. Push through your right foot. Move your left hip back, take one more inhale, one more exhale. Then inhale, come all the way to stand, reach up nice and tall, and then we'll fold forward and twist. Right hand to the outside, onto, or just inside this left foot. I have a little block I'm placing to the outside of my foot to help lift the chest to create space for my breath. And then exhale, the navel draws in as I turn the heart open, gradually lifting the left shoulder. And then maybe the left arm, an extension of that left side twist if it's okay. Otherwise, I'm just going to be patient. Wait for my heart to open to the side before lifting the arm and ensure that the weight of my hips is steady. So I'm rooted through the right foot. Left hip is moving back, maybe descending a little. Right hip is lifting. Breathe in and out. Just one more inhale here. One more exhale. And then inhale, release the left hand down. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, step up to the top of the mat. Exhale again, fold Uttanasana. Now bend the knees, lift the arms, Utkatasana. Exhale, bring the hands to the heart and then to the hips. Shift the weight to the right foot, left ankle to right knee, balancing figure four. Hands to the heart or maybe onto the foot or the knee. Remember this balance. So you're going to shift the weight into the right heel and lift the chest. Roll the shoulders on the back. Arms can go out by the sides or up and overhead. We're going to draw the shoulder blades onto the back and pull the belly button in. Breathe in and out. Lengthen out of the torso, lift the heart a little bit. Inhale, exhale, bend the right knee deeply. One more inhale. One more exhale. And we release, rise to stand, reach up. Exhale, the feet to the floor, hands to the heart. Just close your eyes. Breathe in and out. Here, one more inhale. Exhale, release the arms. Inhale them to the sky, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Plant the hands, jump, step, or walk back. Lower all the way or stop halfway. Up dog or cobra. And then downward dog. And breathe in and out. Remember, soften the knees, lift the sitting bones up. Let's take one more inhale and exhale. Come onto the knees. And then onto the sitting bones. And extend both legs forward out in front of you. Okay, so we'll come to seated. So take a moment, maybe pull the flesh from underneath you, rotate your inner thighs in and down, flex the feet. Give a little bend to the knees, place the hands to the floor right by the hips. And then inhale, lift both arms to the sky. Reach out of the waist on your inhale, exhale, and fold forward. Capture the ankles or the feet or the big toes, lift the chest. And then pull the navel in and fold forward. Hinge at your hips, lengthen out of the waist. And breathe in and out. So really this is it, right? This is the kind of whole point of the practice. Still the mind, open to the light of the soul, and let your soul light shine. Take one more inhale, one more exhale. Inhale, release, come all the way back up to seated. Release both hands down. Now take let's do right leg out to the side and bring your left foot in. We'll fold forward first, so the hands come out in front of you, shoulder width distance, up onto the fingertips to give some lightness to the heart. Flex the right foot, take an inhale, and then exhale, fold forward. Hinge at your waist, walk the hands forward. Breathe in and out. Once the light of the soul shines, right? Partly, I think what you can start to see is like ways that you sabotage your progress, ways that you maybe get in your own way. That's very similar to sabotage. Things that are holding you back, like resistances you have, attachments you may have, aversions you may have. Inhale, come up to seated. Now slide your right hand down towards your right ankle. Lift the left arm to the sky and reach it up and overhead. Breathe in and out. But of course, you can also start to see the gifts that you have, the strengths that you carry, your ability, like all the resiliency that you have built, the ability to overcome. Take one more inhale, one more exhale, and then inhale, come up to seated. Exhale, pause. Now, we're going to shift over to the left. Bend your right knee and tuck it back underneath you. And then extend your left leg out to the side. So we're just kind of stretching, and you might even tuck your right foot back a little bit here. Take an inhale and exhale. Now you're going to take your hands around either side of your left leg. Lift your heart and then twist so your left ribs move back, your right hip ribs come forward. Inhale, then exhale, fold forward over your left leg. Your right hip is most likely off the floor, and that's fine. Imagine reaching through your right hip, but then up through your heart and twist as you fold forward over your left leg towards your left foot. Breathe in and out. So you want to drop this right hip enough that you can stretch the quad, not so much that it lifts up and off the floor, but it doesn't necessarily have to touch the earth either. Maybe it does. It's mostly just stretching energetically. Now release and come up to seated. Exhale, extend the right leg out, and now fold it in. So now the left leg extends, right foot folds in, hands come out in front of you, and we're where we began on the first side. Inhale, lift the heart, exhale, and hinge at the waist. Part of this, like understanding the totality, is like, if you're in a meditation or you're in a space where the mind is calm, what you can do is start to see all the ways that you sabotage yourself or all the ways that you get in your own way. And it can be, overwhelming. We can start to go to shame or guilt. Oh gosh, why did I let myself be that way for so long? How come I didn't see it before? I shouldn't be that way. But that's not helpful, right? Because shoulda, woulda, coulda. You're not in the past. Take another inhale and another exhale. And then inhale, come up to seated. Slide your left hand down towards left ankle. Lift right arm overhead. So now it becomes, okay, now I see it. Now what do I do? How do I act? Which is ultimately now we're stepping into the field of karma. How do I change my behaviors or my thought patterns or my actions? And then that becomes like the focus, right? What do I do and how do I change? Inhale, come all the way up to seated. Exhale, pause. And then we'll do the same thing. You're going to lean over toward the right, tuck your left foot back underneath you, and then extend the right leg out. Okay. And you can adjust, right? And of course, you can point your toes back, just find a place that's comfortable for them, your left toes. Turn the torso over the right leg and place the hands to the floor either side of your right leg. Now you'll feel kind of a twist in the torso, so your right ribs lift up and back, your left ribs draw forward. Take an inhale and then exhale, hinge at your waist, walk the hands down towards your ankle and fold. Breathe in and out. Remember, the left hip will be lifted probably most likely from the floor, which is fine. You can just reach through your left hip. So now we're tapping into, again, the kind of energetics of the body. The remembrance that you exist beyond your physical form. Now, not only do we change the body in our yoga practice, but we can also start to change the energetic field, fortifying places where there might have been cracks or openings, weaknesses, opening to, aspects that we might not have even dreamed of before or even been aware of before. Release, inhale, come back up to seated. And now you'll draw your left foot forward in front of you and bring your right foot forward. So soles of the feet together, Baddha Konasana. Take an inhale, lift the heart, and as you exhale, hinge forward at your waist. Elbows can press down to the upper inner thighs or maybe hands to the toes as you press the elbows to the shins. Lift the heart, breathe in and breathe out, fold forward. Draw the shoulders on the back, reach through the crown of your head, belly button to the back body. Now, understanding, right, is one thing, and then doing something is another. And now remaining in that place is kind of a third. It's somewhat the ability to return back to this space over and over again. It's like your endurance, again, your ability to carry on, to keep going, even when you're like, oh, this is like the last thing that I want to do. Take one more breath in, one more breath out, and then inhale, come up to seated. Draw your knees together, and I'll have you lay down onto your back, all the way down to the floor. And when you get to the earth, just bend your knees. Maybe give a gentle sway of the knees from side to side just to massage the lower back. You could even press the hands to the upper thighs. And then hold here, take an inhale and exhale. Pull the knees into the chest, give yourself a sweet hug in, and rotate the knees around in a circle. A couple times one way, and a couple times the other way. Then inhale and exhale, hug the knees to the chest. Take them out to the side, flex the soles of the feet. Capture the outsides of the feet with your hands and descend down through the knees. So dead bug pose. You can kind of rock from side to side, draw the shoulders down the back, lengthen through the crown of your head. Breathe in and out. Take one more inhale and one more exhale. And then release, bring your knees to center. Extend the arms and drop them over to the right, the knees over to the right as you gaze to the left. So there's much understanding to be gained, much wisdom that is really available for us to tap into. The practice becomes one way to get there. There are many paths to the same place. But aligning, like moving the mind into a place of stillness, awakening the light of the soul, this is really an invaluable process. It's instead of, shining from the external or turning on the light externally, it's turning on the internal light. Bring your knees back to center, inhale, and then exhale them over to the left as you gaze to the right. Which is, I think, a really beautiful reminder of the full moon. If we go back to opening to that at the beginning of practice, this beautiful moon that fills the night with light, that is a reflection of the totality of the sun and its constant presence. The reminder that the mind is a reflection of the soul and can, if in the right state, reflect the soul purely, completely, luminously. Take one more inhale, one more exhale. And then inhale, bring your knees back to center. Exhale and pause. Just kind of scan through the body. Notice if there are any other adjustments you would appreciate or any other postures that you would like to do. And otherwise, we'll just relax into our final pose of Shavasana. So let your whole body get heavy. Feel free, of course, to support your body, bolsters, blankets, pillows. And just let everything go. For a few precious moments of your day, totally relax. And let everything surrender from the crown of the head all the way through to the soles of the feet. Let your breath come and go as it chooses. And allow your body to relax. Remember, as your body rests heavy, let your mind relax. Let the light of the mind kind of flood out any chatter. Yogena chitasya padena bhatam malam sharyasya cha vaidkena yopakarotam pravaram munina patanjali pranjalirana tosmi bahu purusha karanam Shankha Chakra Siddharanam Sahasra Shira Samshvetam Pranamami Patanjalim Shrimate Anantaya Nagarajaya Namo Yogina Chitasya Padena Vacham Malam Sharyasya cha Vaidakena Yopakarotam Pravaranam Patanjali Pranjalirana Tosmi Bahu Purusha Karanam Shankha Chakra Siddharanam Sahasra Shira Samshvetam Pranamami Patanjali Shrimate Anantaya Nagarajaya Namo Namaha Yogena Chitasya Padena Patam Malam Sharyasya cha Vaidakena Yopakarotam pravaram muninam Patanjalim Pranjalirana tosmi Abahu Purusha Karanam Shankha Chakra Siddharanam Sahasra Shirasam Shvetam Pranamami Patanjalim Srimate Anantaya Nagarajaya Namaha. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudacate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishate Om Shanti 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 Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnamudacate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnamudacate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Slowly and sweetly begin to bring awareness back to your physical body. Begin to deepen your breath. Start to move the fingers and toes, the wrists and ankles. And extend both arms up and overhead and reach all the way from fingers to toes. And bring the knees to the chest and give yourself a great big hug. Thank yourself for coming to your practice on this beautiful day, for spending some time on the inner light and developing the inner light and awareness, the light of the soul. And you can roll to the right or the left, and when you're ready, come up to a comfortable seat. We'll take just a moment to seal our practice. So find a nice tall spine, hands to the knees, palms up or down. You just take a moment to reflect. What I love to do on the time of the full moon is use this as a reminder to reflect internally. This is a practice of vichara, and vichara means to reason, and it is really a practice of turning inward and to reason with the things that happen. Most These are, of course, emotions, where the work really is in exploring the emotions that throw you off center. There's not, much to necessarily balance if you feel elated and happy and content, right? But sadness and frustration and um, isolation, those kind of feelings are really worth exploring. For often there's something deeper to be revealed. So this becomes really now the focus of the meditation, and as the mind calms and stills, you can then ask a question: what is the root of this? Why do I feel this way? What is it that's really going on? And what do I need to pay attention to? And then you just kind of sit and wait. Maybe it's such that the answer comes right away, but it may take a little bit more time. We've done the preparatory work here in our practice, and now just an opportunity to listen, deep listening within. A moment now to remember the prayer at your heart, the intention in your mind's eye, and bring the hands back together in Anjali Mudra. Maybe a moment to just rub the hands back and forth, come back into your physical form, and then let the hands rest at your heart as you take a moment to give thanks. And we'll seal our practice with a chant of Om. But first, take a deep breath in to fill up. Hold the breath at the top. Exhale everything out. Inhale for Om. As you exhale, we'll bow the chin to the chest. Honor the love and compassion that lies in your heart and the hearts of all beings, and the teacher that guides our way. I know the light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Yay. So thank you guys for practicing today, and Gail, especially for being out there. I want to pick you an angel card before we take off. So I'm going to think of you as I shuffle through my little deck. Gail and Jerry and Kiki and Stacy. You ready? Here it is. Openness. That's pretty cool. The ends of the full moon, a little openness for you. Okay, so I don't know, you figure out how that means in your life. What do you wanna be open to? Okay. How could you open to something? And that's about all I've got for you, my friends. So thank you so much for again for being here and for joining for class. I hope that you're well out there. And I guess that's about it for now. So meditation tomorrow morning, and then class again on Wednesday at 4. Unless I see you another time. So many blessings and much love. Have a wonderful day. Bye.